Require 100.
As for Conan, his style is always quite fierce.
20.
Make of that what you will. Now, I'm quite frightened to say something about Conan that is maybe some sort of critique, but even he knows right there that he probably shouldn't have done that. But he'll get away with it if he hits tops this time.
60.
And so Hilton Klein, to get his first leg on the Super Series stage, is looking at double 16. Double 8. History for Botswana. History for Hilton Klein. He picks up his first leg on the Super Series stage. He's hung around in legs, but he's always found himself a visit behind. Made clear by the fact that there's a 9-point gap in the averages between the pair. Tots for Whitehead, 3-1 Whitehead. And when that Tots is on a string, he is a very hard man to beat. So any problem with the boards, you only get one stab at it unless you bounce it out. But anyway, for the match, double 8. And the former champion's on the board. Conan Whitehead kicks off his week of a win. He gets the better of Hilton Klein by 4 legs to 1. The first ever player from Botswana has shown glimpses of promise.
Great approach from Steve. Can Pilgrim stay sharp on the doubles?
Well, both leg Darryl has had the darts in. Steve Reynolds has kept himself handy, but he's not going to get a poke at tops this time. Pilgrim taking out the 76 to lead 3-0.
But he might not be. Double 11. Dropping a dart before a big checkout opportunity is getting fashionable.
130.
That might be the last dart he throws in his debut match.
8.
And so Darryl Pilgrim to finally dispatches Steve Reynolds, finds double 4 for leg number 4. Mr. P, the 3-time champion of a week here at the Super Series, is off and running. He gets the better of Steve Reynolds on debut by 4 legs to 0.
Jimmy require 120.
He's been one of the busiest dart players in the entire world over the last 12 months. Fascinating.
160.
That would have been so flashy.
But he is a showman.
12.
But also that showmanship comes with a bit of respect. He would have done nothing of the like if Adam was left on a finish. Regardless, he's 2-up in this contest. And what a year it has been for Jimmy Van Schie. Don't tell Darryl Pilgrim that.
56.
For this to take us all the way. Tots or Lipscombe to enforce a first last leg decider of the week. And in a group that on paper is so tightly matched, don't expect it to be the last. Miss Stray leads himself on 16. He may not even get a go at it. Unlucky with dart 2.
Wow. That deflection was wicked.
90.
Jimmy was looking at something potentially smaller than this. One dart, potentially a double 18 to take the game.
50.
But he's missed an opportunity, and Lipscombe will return for 52. To win this topsy-turvy clash, he's looking at tops. And now he's missed a couple of match darts. Van Schie to finally kill this game off.
18.
Looking at double 9.
He's going to split this. But is he going to win this?
Yes is the answer. And the runner-up from Series 8 is up and running in Series 9, but Adam Lipscombe made him work hard for it. A 7-leg match. Lipscombe sees whether the Tots would go, and I could tell you he got nowhere near. Van Schie wins in 7.
Conan require 40.
It's a strange old game sometimes, isn't it?
Conan Whitehead.
Well, it could have been 2-0, like you mentioned, Henry, is now 2-1.
To then find a treble for double 10. But all job ends when he leads himself on Tots, and he hopes that Pilgrim hasn't got a leg salvaging 102 in the locker. Double 16. parity.
Game shot
And the first ton plus checker of the week.
Darryl Pilgrim.
And boy, did Darryl Pilgrim need it.
Require 112.
But for how long?
This is for back-to-back ton plus checkouts. Conan Whitehead shakes his head. He expects it to go, and it does. And Darryl Pilgrim's turned this game on its head. He was 2-1 down. He looked like he was facing a two-leg deficit in the face.
And we should talk about you because you're on the cusp of winning this game.
That was his fourth 180 of the game. His average just under 99. When it's mattered, he has conjured up the goods in this contest, and he's got 2 darts at tops to win it, and he only needs the 1. Doubling sublime, 4 from 10, 2 ton plus checkouts, swung the game around. Conan Whitehead led 2-1, missed an opportunity to make it 3-1, and then Darryl Pilgrim punished back-to-back ton plus checkouts, saw him take a lead, which subsequently he'd go on to convert. This is a tale of the tape statistically. The best average so far, 98.49. Evenings that at times he's almost played for others and not played for himself. Well, that's a 13 darter, and Lipscombe is playing well. Not much is being thrown back at him, but still averaging in excess of 90.
Game on. Required 28.
Get the beating of the Botswana and double 7 now. And this time Lipscombe does cross the line. It took him a little while to do so, but he's got the better of Hilton Klein by 4 legs to 1. It was a professional, polished performance from the Portsmouth.
But finding that level in a new environment is definitely very tricky.
Well, Jimmy Van Schie will tell you all about it, because the first time he came here on debut, he played okay. He gave us something to manoeuvre with, but never really showed any glimpse of what he has provided ever since in this arena and any other arena. It was 11 dart in the previous leg. It could be a 13 here. This is dominant for Jimmy Van Schie. 3-0 to the good. He's got the double rate, and he's averaging here 107.36. Steve Reynolds, because of that, Max has left himself on a 2-darter to win his first leg on this stage.
Hasn't done it yet, meaning he's had 10 darts at a double and hasn't hit any of them. Jimmy's hit a few though. He's hit 8 today because so far he's played 2 games and won them both. Very strong start from the very tall Dutchman, who may just be the favourite for Lakeside. But as for this week, told you.
139.
This has to go.
20.
Double 5. And Adam will feel like that's opportunity slip there. He should be 2-0 up. He had 6 darts to do so, unable to take it. And Conan Whitehead pinches his pocket. 2-0 up. He gets the break of throw.
100.
Someone could easily this week average about 92.5 and not win the week and make the final.
127.
He was always going to give it a go, but Co was offline and off length. That's now 3 darts to win this game that have come and gone. Lipscombe is mounting a little bit of a comeback charge, but it could be halted here. Whitehead splits. Whitehead hits. And that was a real good performance there from Conan Whitehead. Average in excess of 92. 4 from 9 on his doubles. He picks up his second win of the day.
Darryl, you require 28.
Didn't have the length on that occasion. And Pilgrim does have a chance for 2-0.
Game
which he takes.
Second leg. Darryl Pilgrim.
It's not quite dazzling from Darryl, but it's been good enough so far. 80 after 12 against the throw. Van Schie can only set up from this point.
Yeah, like you mentioned, slow start, but a better game as it goes along. A bit like a slow-cooked chili. Start slow, 8 hours later, beautiful. It's not 8 hours, it's 8-0.
It's 4-0, and it's a destructive performance from Darryl Pilgrim to beat Jimmy Van Schie to 0, who never really got out the traps, if the truth be told. But for Darryl Pilgrim, after a slow start and a threat of a 9-dart leg, he really did provide some good stuff towards the second half of that contest.
Hilton, you require 107.
How many players do we see just throw based on that first feel?
This is really good. It is double top. And that is a brilliant leg from Hilton Klein.
Hilton Klein. 40.
Establish a two-leg gap in this contest. For Hilton, he will feel like he had the opportunity to really assert himself early on in the game. But it's a game that's now fully in the control of Steve Reynolds. 3-1 to the good. The 96 goes.
-8 after 2 rounds. That's a nice guide. And he gets a look at it as well. Oh, good try.
90.
He's hit one ton plus checkout and missed 2 others.
For the match and for his first win on the Super Series stage. Double 6. Steve Reynolds is a winner at the Modus Super Series and he deserves a thumbs up. He's got the better of Hilton Klein by 4 legs to 1.
Adam, you require 37.
Double 16 for Adam.
21.
All of a sudden, he's starting to miss.
Darryl, you require 48.
He missed 6 starts at double in his previous game, and he was made to pay for that. Is he made to pay for it this time? That he is.
Second leg. Darryl Pilgrim.
Everything is going Pilgrim's way today.
So far today, Darryl Pilgrim's had games against Steve Reynolds, Conan Whitehead, Jimmy Van Schie, and now Adam Lipscombe, and he's dropped just 2 legs so far.
If he finds himself 3-0 up, I don't think there's any way back for Lipscombe.
He hasn't missed many, if any, opportunities today. And he's going to get a poke at the ball for the 1-2-4, and his third tub plus finish of the day. Fired home beautifully by Mr. P. He's 3-0 up. He is in cruise control. He's got real comfort, not just in this game, but seemingly in this group. And so Pilgrim for 4 wins from 4.
Four down, 11 to go. To be the first person to win 15 games in Group A. I know that's a big of a tall task. Musher is about to take on Matthew Dennett in that qualifier up in Wigan. This is all about the 18s, which is where Conan loves to pitch his tent. And the ball.
88. Steve,
His radar
123.
at the middle portion of the board. Hasn't quite been there for Conan today. And Reynolds here for 3-0 lead. He's going to get a dart at bull himself. And he's going to get... And Conan Whitehead is being hit by some heavy artillery here.
And he does now run the risk of losing this game by 4 legs to 0. Is it another ton plus checkout against the Barbarian?
For third tub plus checkout, Conan Whitehead's head is in his hands. And that's because Steve Reynolds has found 3 tub plus checkouts to depose of the Barbarian. We'll keep you up to date with the progress of that tournament as it goes along whilst we're on air. But Steve Reynolds here looking at 110 to take out the opening leg. And he should get a dart at a double. And he's going to get a look at double 16. And he's going to take the double 16. And Steve Reynolds draws first blood.
We do get the feeling from the numbers that we have to hand that this is a standard that Hilton can't quite live with just yet. Ah, you see, he gets the pre-zoom on the 180. It's as if we knew it was going to go in there. Telepathic darts in Portsmouth.
And that's why we have the best production crew in the business.
By the way, Henry, saying things like that is not going to improve your Secret Santa.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a second. What's happening here?
180.
Let's face it. If he hits that 141, this will be one of the most important 9-darters ever.
100. Hilton, you
go on, Hilton. Everybody wants you to hit this.
It would have been a Triple H for history. It would have been history for Hilton,
85.
history for Botswana, and history for Africa.
What an effort. I hate that phrasing of breath of fresh air. It's used too much. But this guy has walked into the building this morning and everybody is in a good mood because of him.
56.
Now, does he win this leg? If he doesn't hit tops, he might not. Well done. What a leg that is.
Third leg. Hilton Klein.
He's just proven that he's got the skill to win legs against a world-class player.
And
this game might not continue anymore. Jimmy comes back
8.
for double 4 for possibly 3 more match starts.
And this time, no mistake.
Jimmy Van Schie.
And for Jimmy Van Schie, he moves on to 6 points. A nice embrace between the pair.
I think that's a sensible play.
To save this contest, it's going to be one dart, a double top for Adam Lipscombe, which goes low. And it may just be one dart at tops for Steve Reynolds to win this particular contest. There's the treble. There's the single. Can he find the tops to win it? Yes, he can. It's another topper for Steve Reynolds. He climbs the ladder perfectly. And he runs off the second half of the card perfectly.
Now, what does he do from here? 19s. All the 19s. And takes it the best way you can, really.
93.
We just don't know how much missing those darts might affect him later in the week. You just never know.
2-8. Darryl has been dazzling, and he completes the card on day 1 with the concession of just 2 legs.
Jimmy require 103.
After the max, he's looking for 86 more. And he gets it as well.
On the second leg.
Conan Whitehead has been hit with 6 of the best. That's the 6th ton plus checkout that has been hit against the former champion today.
You've got to think that he's not going to get one.
32.
Because Van Schie looks at double 16 for the match, and this time he doesn't pass the opportunity by.
Jimmy Van Schie.
Jimmy Van Schie rounds off the day with a 4-0 win against Conan Whitehead.